I came across my great-grandmother's letters, Googling them online. I had found some of her poetry online and was really intrigued by her work and her biography and her history. And I discovered this beautiful correspondence between my great-grandmother when she was living in Toronto when she was in her 60s, and this man named Józef Wittlin, who was also a poet in his 60s living in the Bronx in New York.
Hi. I'm here to see some letters in the Józef Wittlin correspondence and compositions.
Have you been to Houghton Library before?
No.
And do you have a library privilege
Yeah,
card?
I just picked it up.
May I see it, please?
The character named Audrey Benac first appeared in my first feature film called Never Eat Alone, and it was a film about my grandmother Joan trying to connect with a lost lover from her 20s. And this was a story that very much happened between her and I, but I realized that making it like a documentary about our relationship wasn't something that was very interesting to me. And I had all of this footage and all of this interesting information, but I didn't have a way to, I guess, propel this narrative line. And I had seen Deragh in Matt Porterfield's I Used to Be Darker. So one day I finally got the courage to ask her if she'd be interested in being in the film. And she just had such a natural way of inserting herself in a very small situation. And from this collaboration, we decided that Audrey, I guess, should kind of continue to tell more stories that I was finding within my family. So then after that, we made a short film called Veslemøy Song.
On my way to the library, I found myself taking photos of the things people had left behind. A mitt and a smashed margarita glass were both keeping the fountain in front of the Lincoln Center Company. I showed the librarian my passport, and she gave me a temporary library card. It's good for 3 months, she said.
Audrey began as this sort of stand-in for Zofia in interacting with her real-life family. And now she's a really interesting vehicle to kind of continue exploring Zofia's family history, but also, as we're doing that, kind of develop the character a bit more and kind of explore like what is behind this desire of hers to know and understand things. But then she's also a person too. She kind of now has sort of become a little bit independent of us too, you know, like she's not exactly Zofia, she's not exactly me. She sort of has her own quirks and idiosyncrasies.
Well, it wasn't your property. I mean, that is my property. So, I mean, I get to make the decisions about it. Whether you think it's stupid or uninteresting is kind of beside the point.
I think she's very much developed into her own person, and I think that, you know, MS Slavic 7 is very much a film about becoming and also developing your voice and feeling more comfortable articulating yourself and deciding, I guess, like which direction you want to take with your life. And I feel like in every film, Audrey is ghost hunting to some capacity or just has like a mission to set something right.
Basically, the symbol of birds is this idea of arrival. And when a bird sings out, that is language uncomprehended. And then when a bird flies away in the sky, there's a vanishing point at which the bird is no longer visible. The monologues I kind of see as abstractions that are kind of just representing her train of thought, and you're not completely sure, you know, is she sitting in the corner of a bar alone reciting these things, or is it kind of just a vocalization of the notebook that's in front of her? And I kind of like that in film you can show an image and it can kind of exist in a sort of liminal space where you don't actually have to make the decision of like whether it's real or a metaphor or a fantasy.